the greatest abode. And Tirupati Balaji is also called Sri Nivasa, the abode of, the dwelling place of Mother Shri. It is not just her abode, it is not just the wife's abode, it is all us children's abode as well. So he is called the Parama Nivasa, the final or the greatest abode that we should aspire to live in. So that we all live in this Vishwam, he has made sure that we are comfortably put up in this Vishwa. And there are 8 forces which he has established to maintain this nature in equilibrium, in balance. They are also called Vasu, because of whom we live in. Of all these, Vasunam Pavakas Chasmi. He says, therefore, among the Vasu, I am the Pavaka. Pavaka, not the Tamil Pavaka. In Tamil, Pavaka means bitter gourd. Right? Pavaka means bitter gourd. So it is not in Tamil word, because sometimes when we are chanting and you have the script also in the native language and you keep wondering why is Bhagavan called a bitter gourd. So it is not to be understood in Tamil. In Sanskrit, Pavaka means air. Air that which sustains everything. Air that which purifies everything. Vasunam, of all these 8 elements that are established to maintain the balance in this Vishwam, so that everybody can thrive, live in and prosper. Of them, the air is the most vital one. So therefore, Vasu can here mean the Vayu Devata as well, because he is the very prana for everybody. Vasuhu. Vasumanaha. Vasumanaha. Vasumanaha means Prashastam Manaha Yasya Saha Vasumanaha. Prashastam Manaha, the one whose mind is in equipoise, the one whose mind is in constant peace. So there are 2 kinds of people who are at peace. Who are they? Those who create disturbance for others, they are totally at peace. And those, in spite of these shattering events, can maintain their calmness. How do they maintain that calmness? Because their minds, Vasumanaha means, Sumana just doesn't mean that it is the calm mind. It is the reason for being that calm is called Sumana or Vasumana. And what is that reason? It is because of that intense purity. Ragadveshadhibihi kleshaihi madadibihi upakleshaischa yato na kalushitam chittam tat tad manaha prashastam. So what do you mean by purity? So the beautiful definition is Ragadveshadibihi kleshaihi madadibihi upakleshaischa yataha na kalushitam chittam yasya. The one whose antahkarana is not polluted, kalushitam. Kalushitam, polluted by what? Ragadveshadibihi, by likes and dislikes. Now wherever there are likes and dislikes, what does it generate? It generates kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsara, and then he says upakleshaischa, and their byproducts. These are the main kleshas. Shadripu, the 6 major enemies. Now, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsara, Asmita, Abhinivesha, all these, the different products of the Kama, Krodha. Upakleshaischa. Na chittasya, in the chitta, in the mind, in the antakarana, not even leshavat, not even a trace of it. That is called a pure mind. And where is the root of all these things? Personal likes and dislikes. See, the mind cannot be an answer. Because we keep blaming the Lord, what to do. Bhagavan has created such a horrible mind for me. It always is like a dog's tail. Never can be straightened. Always is crooked. Do anything, it always sees in a wrong direction. It always does in a wrong direction. Always perceives everything in a negative attitude. Don't blame the mind. Don't blame the Lord for having given us that mind. Why? Because in this creation, as He created each one of us, He made sure that He give us the best of the material. Now, why do you all really work so hard? Come to a totally different country, culturally different, and you try to really earn a good living. Why are you slogging so much? I know we take quite a pleasure in rubbing that into our next generation, in our kids. When they don't listen to us, don't we rub that point? Oh, quite effectively actually. We keep telling them that we are slogging so that you don't have to, so that you can be provided for. When we as mortals think about providing to our children the best of the best, that which even we did not experience, that which even we did not have for our pleasure, don't we try providing that kind of best to our children? Now, when we call that Paramatma as Tvameva Mata cha Pita Tvameva, Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva. Oh Lord, you are my parent, you are my father, you are my mother, you are my everything. Now, such Lord who is our everything, who is our mother and father, would He ever provide anything less than the best? When we as mortals try to give the best of the best, now He with His immortality and amazing resources, would He ever give us cheap stuff? Okay, put them with this 3rd degree, 3rd class, degraded, China made. Would He ever do that? And though in fact even China is made by Him, they may not agree. He has given the best sattvic antakarana. The entire antakarana, mana, buddha, chitta, ahankara, all of them are made of the sattvic, the subtlest, purest of the elements. But what do we carry in that? All junk, trash. You may have an amazing bag. The purses and the wallets after a while are like, so bulky. And once in a while, once in a blue moon, how often do you clean up? I don't know, so I'm just asking. Once in 6 months. I'm just taking the input that I just got. Aren't you amazed what kind of kachda is inside? What kind of unnecessary things that we have been lugging around, we have been carrying around. And once you clean it up, how much of it is cleaned? All the unnecessary things are thrown away. Is it really 5% that you throw away? Okay, my ears are sharp. When you whisper, I can hear. She agrees. Our antakarana is also like that. See, many people don't take me through their garage into their house. By habit, the husband drives through the garage and then remembers, he almost has opened the garage halfway through, then remembers, my wife will really scold me after you are left. Don't mind something, another 2 minutes. It takes again another route and comes to the front. So I was thinking that this was out of maryada, to give a proper welcome. But it is only later that I understood. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. There is something hidden in it. And what is it that is hidden? Because that garage is actually a junkyard. Everything that can be stored if you are living in that house for the past 10, 20, 30, 40 years, everything will be there in that storage. Plastic spoon, pins, thumb tags, that which you have not used for 20 years, will still be there. And I can understand some sentimental value wherein the kid's first project or the kid's first artwork, you maintain it, I still can understand. Things that you have never turned using for years and years and years, it keeps in the dump yard. Our antakarana is also like that. And because of these constant junk that we maintain, it leaves a heavy layer of likes and dislikes. And with these likes and dislikes, when we perceive the world outside, we are so clogged, we are so blocked, that our vision can only perceive raga dvesha yukta darshana. What we see is not what is, but what my likes and dislikes ordain me to see. Because that which I like becomes good, that which I don't like becomes bad. It all depends about the like and dislike. And our entire life and pursuit is drained only through these two channels. It is like the horse which has the blinds, raga, dvesha. And we have these two blinds and we keep running only based on those two blinds that we carry. And this raga, dvesha leads to kama. Ask any 6th grader in our Chinmay mission. Their syllabus talks about the ladder of fall. Kama leads to krodha, krodha leads to moha, moha leads to buddhinasha, buddhinasha leads to whatever situation we are in right now. Total patana, downfall. Buddhinashat pranashyati, nashyati, not just downfall. You get ruined. And then, yes, it does get frustrating when at that pranashya kala, when you are totally in a ruined state, some Mahatma comes by and says, you should be happy with what you have. I am already frustrated, how can I be happy? Frustration is not because we are not able to get what we like or we are not able to throw away what we dislike, but it is because of those likes and dislikes alone. And that mind is called pure, which does not have any of this klesha, any of this kalusha, pollution. In fact, Bhagavan says it very clearly in Bhagavad Gita. He says, Name asti kartavyam trishu lokeshu kinchana. I do not have any responsibility or obligation that binds me to create, not create, or to maintain. But to stand as a role model, I do exactly that which is required to maintain this creation in balance. From his standpoint, he does not need to do anything. And we have a nice symbolic gesture from him. So there was, I take families to yatra in India. Once we were in a temple, and it was the temple of Padmanabha. Padmanabha, where Bhagavan Vishnu is in a sleeping posture. Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanabham Suresham. So he is Shanta definitely because he is sleeping. Bhujagashayanam. So there was this kid who comes to me and said, why is this God always sleeping? So that day my mood and what came out as an answer was, he has been waiting for too many eons, not years, too many eons, that there is nobody who comes to him with a sincere prayer. So he is waiting, 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 and in that waiting he has gotten into Yoga Nidra. So the kid immediately says, so if I pray he is not going to answer, then I will have to find a different God. So I said, no. It is only sincere and innocent minds when they pray that he gets out of that Yoga Nidra to come into their lives. See, Bhagavan is Nishkalusha. I mean, there is absolutely no Kalusha in his mind. There is no favoritism in his mind. And this entire creation is supported impartially. Everybody. Does he even have a stipulation that if you pray unto me alone, you will have air to breathe? If you pray unto me alone, you will have water to drink. He is not a ruthless maniac or naak ghasito tabhi milega. He should do that actually, in my opinion. That is when we will get back to our senses, into some balance. But he provides everything to everybody, even if they don't turn around and thank him. We get frustrated by doing such a thankless job when nobody even acknowledges. Vasuhu Pavakaha as air. How much service he has been doing? Have we ever stopped? And one fine day you stand in your balcony or wherever, in the morning you, fresh, nice, crisp air, you breathe. And I said, Lord, thank you for this freshness. You fill my lungs with that freshness. Have you ever thanked? Early morning we wake up and see the bright, beautiful sun rising up. Lord, thanks for showing this bright face of yours. Thanks for brightening my day. We make such paltu statements with other, where we have some invested returns. What we call in Hindi as makhan baji, buttering. So if there is a boss and they say, oh, you made my day. Seeing you, my day has started with such a brightness. Thank you. Look at the Lord, have you ever thanked him? But he does impartially. Because there is no kalusha in his mind. As a parent, the parent never demands. Sometimes we, out of our utter frustration, we flip. I have been doing so much, nobody cares for me, nobody thanks me. Sometimes it gets irritating. But he is a good parent. We may slip because that good tag is not there. We are a parent. He is a good parent, he doesn't complain because there is no expectation. He does what is required for the good of his entire creation. Vasuhu Vasumanaha. Satyaha. Satyam means that he is the only one which is real. Baki sab fake. Rest all are not even duplicates, they're fake. Once I was, a long time ago, this is almost like 22, 23 years ago, after Gurudev's Mahasamadhi in 93, we came back. We had gone to Siddhabari, and everybody's heart was really heavy. And one of the senior Yuva Kendra members, to lighten the situation, he said, let's go out. Very close by to the train station, because we were waiting for, we threw all our luggage into the cloakroom. And then we walked out, because we had almost 4.5, 5 hours for our train to come. And luckily it was a starting point, so there was no question of delay. It starts on time. In en route it can get delayed. So we were assured that it will be on time. So we threw our luggage into the cloakroom and started walking. And we didn't realize that the Chor Bazaar was very next to it. So we walked into it. And there is this whole market area which is called Chor Bazaar. So suddenly getting into the Chor Bazaar is such a hustle bustle of place. You have food stalls, you have electronic stalls, you have automobile stores, you have everything under the sun that is required, you can get it there. So one of my friends, I have to, now it reminds me, I have to buy a nice iron. That will be nice if I can get it here. So we went into a electronic store. There was one Sardarji standing there. So I said, Paji, अच्छा सा दिखाओ. So immediately he assembled 10 different models. He said, this is the heaviest one, this is the lightest one, these are in between, choose whatever. So my friend kept asking me, he didn't know Hindi well. So he kept telling me, I need this brand called Murphy. There was this famous brand called Murphy.